Hello, Tribe. Welcome to a new edition of One Tribe Radio. Today we have the Lefthouse takeover. So,
Woohoo! Hi, everybody.
so
Hello, hello.
Oh, wait, that's us. You mean like, oh, yeah, we're taking it over right now, you mean? Oh,
yeah,
awesome.
absolutely.
Yeah, we're here.
You already did.
Yeah.
The monsters are here.
Yeah. How you doing, guys?
Well, I would say I can't complain. I'm feeling pretty good. There's a lot of excitement going on in the world around Lefthouse, that's for sure. How are you doing, Emmett?
I'm feeling wonderful. I pulled an all-nighter. Very excited to be here.
I did the same.
Yeah, kept us up all night, didn't it?
It did. Yeah, I was very excited. I couldn't wait to be here in the MSP audience, the One Tribe Radio audience. Here we are again. It's just like old times.
Yep. We have a lot of good things today. So we have some of your music and some of your own. We have today Brian and his brother Emmet here, who are Lefthouse. We have some of the individual projects. We're going to talk about their new crypto token, Left. We're going to talk about the NFTs. We have giveaways today, a lot of scrumptious, wonderful things. We have one of their movie trailers there to show some of their movie work. So a lot of exciting stuff. So the first song that we have today for you guys is actually from one of your movies, Pervertier. It is Inside of Me. Are you guys ready to play that?
Yeah, let's jump into that so we can settle in, and then we'll talk about it all.
Absolutely. So let's go for it.
All right.
Provide, and all my brothers, that's where the line. and I can't help but go inside. And all the animals are still alive.
I cut that off a little bit in the beginning. I do apologize. Oh my goodness, and now it's starting again. Oh god. Technical difficulties at board.
Yes, they are.
Yeah, nice work. So Luke Lefthouse, that's the guitar player in this?
That's right. Yeah, our older brother Luke, who lives in Chicago. He does a lot of guitar work on a lot of our songs.
Y'all
And
are
he did the
just so
guitar on that
talented.
one, yeah.
That's crazy, insane.
Yeah, I was trying to get our niece on here too. She's making really wicked music and wicked art, and we'll be working with her with the whole Lefthouse left token community thing that we're going to get into here. I'm very excited to talk about, indeed. But yes, like there's like a bunch of us. There's like 7 of us, like 7 brothers and sisters total, and then like the nieces and nephew. There's too many of them to count. And a bunch of them are pretty creative. Like it seems like 70% of them kind of work in the creative family business of Lefthouse.
That's a neat ratio.
Yeah, it's good. It's good to have a creative family.
Yeah, your mom does stuff too. She's an actress, isn't she?
Yeah, my mom does she's into the acting. She does a lot of the improv acting, and she used to be a guitar player herself. She did a lot of, the singer-songwriter folk music stuff. She loved the Bob Dylan. So she would rock out to her own Bob Dylan versions of her own little songs. Pretty cool. Yeah, she acts all the time. She acts in the new movie that we're trying to finish up here that we're hoping to release later in the year. So yeah, we have a lot of projects that we're working on right now. And everybody's like finding the NFTs, and we've been like dabbling in NFTs for a while. Like that's sort of we kind of disappeared off of Hive, and it seemed like everybody kind of ran into different directions there for a minute. But it's nice that we're all kind of coming back and finding each other, and presenting these new skills and talents and treasures that we've found, and being able to share them with each other.
Yeah.
And we were trying to get another partner of ours. His name is Mars Utah. We were trying to get him on the show, but there's technical difficulties happening. But he's a partner with Lefthouse now, and we have Left Planet, which is where we are releasing our new collection of NFTs called Rabbit Holes. And rabbit holes are connected to Left, and actually, when you get a rabbit hole, on the back side, there's a QR code that will lead you to a little bag of Left tokens. But yeah, so there's lots of stuff to get into. Very exciting world we're in. And if you look up there, there's a nice piece of art that Tiger did, actually. And in a way, I mean, Tiger is kind of the first official artist to work with Left. As today's like the first time that we're talking about this publicly. Like this is in a way sort of like this is like our first launch in a way, if you will, of this whole project that we've been working on for years. I could actually show you a white paper that I made for this whole thing in 2018. Like I've been trying to make the Lefthouse into a token for a while, and finally I feel like the technology and everything has kind of caught up, and we're there now. When we first kind of met in the old Steam It days, that was amazing. Like being able to meet an amazing community of all you amazing musicians, and then also like, I don't know, it brought me back to life musically in a lot of ways, because I didn't have an audience anymore. I was just making music for myself there for years. So it was cool to see like blockchain like play into it at that point and be like, wow, okay, I can see how this could be like, this is gonna really serve art. And like from the minute I found like blockchain crypto stuff, I'm like, this is the key to art right here. This is the future of how you're going to sell art. And like once it got to the NFT world where we're at now, it's like, okay, we're here. It's time. Like you can actually be your own legitimate boss of your own company. So like it's time to like make it go for real. And it's like, Lefthouse has been around since 2005. It started as a record label running out of the bedroom, and it's just grown and grown into a film company. It was a skateboard company for a little while, and the film and music has continued, and now we're branching into lots of crazy weird art in different directions because of the medium and technology of NFTs.
So going back to the old days, you guys started out as musicians, and then you fell in love with films, and now we're in the cryptoverse. But going back to the old days,
Yes.
how did you guys start? Like, like the first, steps of Lefthouse, for those who don't know you.
Okay, so what's the difference in age between me and Emmett? What, like 6 years, I think it is, right?
6,
So
yeah.
6 years. I could show you. I actually have raps that we wrote when I was 16 and he was 8. I still have these things like written on paper and stuff. And the goal is eventually soon where we want to bring these songs to life and like produce them and whatnot and keep the lyrics exactly the same as they were when we were 16. So hopefully we'll get to that project this year. But so I think that's kind of like maybe the very start of it. I won't speak for Emmett. I'll let him talk about his metal drumming days. But yeah, it was like kind of like hip hop was like I got a pair of turntables and started like doing the hip hop thing first. And Emmett, you want to take over?
We were apart as well. Brian was in Texas and I was in Chicago, and he was sending me tapes that he made, DJ tapes that he made, little mixtapes. One of the best tapes that I'm so sad I don't have to this day, but it was the best tape with the best name, and it was called Soup Side Poop Side.
That sounds like Brian.
And he just introduced me to like a bunch of music that I wouldn't have found unless he was sending me these tapes when I was living in a suburb of Chicago, and like away from the person that I kind of looked up to most in life at that time as well, and throughout life basically, just because of the type of creative person that he is, and he does not stop at all costs, and that's what's gotten us here today for sure. I did play the upright bass and the drums back in the day, and that kind of turned into like beat machines and stuff in high school, and rapping on karaoke machines. And then out of high school, I was like almost followed the traditional path of what most kids did out of my high school, but ended up not, and kind of found this studio and started an independent hip hop label in Chicago, and ran around the country doing hip hop music and dance music, and then eventually moved out here to LA to be closer with Brian, to work with him, to be a part of Lefthouse and build the house.
So
But back in the day when I was sending him tapes, there was a couple of songs, one of them which you're gonna play, that like would become hits amongst like the school that he was at, or that he was going to or whatever. Like and Vibrator, I think is probably the song we're playing next. I don't know if that's next or not, but whenever we get to it, was one of these songs that like people would start asking Emmett for copies of the song and stuff like that. Like it got around a little bit. It's a catchy tune.
all right,
Definitely is.
then why don't we just go right to Vibrator? And are you ready for it?
Yes.
Okay,
do it.
Let's go.
89, baby.
Looking for the broom, then I decided to look in her drawer. Found something
No, that was fun. That was really fun. I love it.
I'm glad you guys. I like it too, but I didn't get to hear it this time.
Yeah.
Oh
I'm a
yeah.
little sad. I didn't
No,
get to
but
dance.
yeah,
I
I can't
had my
believe that.
dancing boots on.
Oh, he was stuck in the room. It's because when you're in the room with us, you can't hear it. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, I'll pop
It's
it back into
okay.
the
It
audience
happens.
later.
It happens. I can play it after the show. It's fine. Yeah, that's a classic, though, isn't it?
That
I
is
made that.
it's the first Lefthouse classic, I'd say.
Yeah, probably so. And the cool thing about that song is I made that song with like three filmmakers named Alex Holdridge, Sherrod Patel, and Robert Murphy. And Robert Murphy still like shot some of the film that we're making right now. He still makes music, and like all don't know him, and they're all still like living the creative lifestyle. So, and none of them got tattoos. So I'm happy about that. Well, I don't mind tattoos, but I'm just saying it's kind of interesting. As I don't have tattoos either, and none of us got tattoos, so it says something. What? I don't know.
You're
I have
afraid of
no idea.
needles?
Yes, that it
Really?
says for sure.
It says.
That's
Yeah.
That's like the time when my brothers were visiting me from Texas. We were separated and they came in town and they were visiting and I'm playing with my older brother Luke and I'm like wrestling with him in the park and I pull his shirt up and I see his tattoo for the first time in my life and I'm like, "Whoa, what the hell is that?" And both Brian and Luke tell me what it is and that I can't tell Dad because he beats up guys with tattoos. So Brian's got a thing for tattoos.
Yep. So I never got one. Emmett's got tattoos, so
I've got
it's not like
one.
I have no judgment. No judgment.
One has to know where one goes. Like I have a tattoo that I got when I was younger, and I didn't really research the place, so comes to find out that they actually put car paint under my skin instead of
Oh shit.
yeah. So there's things that can happen to you if you don't research it correctly. But I love tattoos,
Ouch.
so yeah. So the
That sounds like a prison tattoo almost, or something.
Yeah, Tiger.
it was actually a normal tattoo shop, but the problem with that is, but they don't regulate it in the U.S. Like in Europe, it's regulated. Here, it doesn't. They don't regulate what they use, and because I guess the car paint is cheaper, they used car paint in that parlor, which caused some issues with allergies and stuff. But it is what it is. Oh,
Yeah.
Junk Feathers says he's going to get a vibrator tattoo now because of the song.
Good man. Good man.
Which reminds me that I did not give our disclaimer today. Our disclaimer, late as it is, please be aware that we have adult content on this show, and yeah, it's not for 3-year-olds, and expect chaos and cursing and all kinds of adult content. So please remove your children from the set now. All right, there we go. So.
And one thing we talked about that we didn't do, and I know I screwed it up. Like I wasn't supposed to talk about left as much as I did in the beginning, but we were gonna tell people to get a wax wallet.
Yes.
So
Yes.
I'm gonna share the link for a wax wallet right now. Get a wax wallet because we're gonna give away some of these NFTs, and you need a wax wallet to obtain them, if you will.
Yes, and we have like a lot of very cool NFTs, and we're also going to be giving out some left. So why don't we do the first contest for the first NFT, because we have several. So
Okay.
you first, let's put the link out there for wax so that they know where to go to.
Yeah, drop that in there. So it's allaccess.wax.io, and it'll lead you there, and it'll be like make a wallet, and push a button, and then you make another. Oh, there you go. There it is again. Beautiful.
So you guys, you make the wallet, and then if you win the NFT today, you will get it in your wallet, and then you will be the proud owner of an NFT. Now, for those that don't know what NFTs are, they're basically digital art, and they are usually in limited edition. So much like in the real world, when you do a print of an art piece, you have these these limited edition prints that are numbered, and it's basically the digital variant of that. So you get an art piece that has that are in limited numbers and therefore has value, and that's what you're gonna get. So the first person, what did we say, bunnies? So the first person,
Bunnies, yeah.
yeah, the first person of you that will post either a GIF or a picture of a bunny will get one of the NFTs. So in the audience, so get now in chat, post a bunny. The first one who does
Yeah, we'll
it
give
will
them
get one.
two actually. The first one gets two.
Okay.
Because we'll give them one of yours, one of the pieces that you made, that Tiger made, that is awesome, and also we'll give them one of the rabbit holes.
Come on, guys.
Which
We want to see
will
some
come to the
bunnies.
left.
Okay. Yeah. So the first one of you that posts either a GIF or a picture of a bunny will get their own very cool NFTs.
That's cool. That's a good plan.
And
Oh,
we have
there's
another
one. Junk feathers.
Yep, junk
Oh,
feathers.
all right.
Boom.
Nice.
Made
Look at
it.
that
All
thing,
right.
twerky booty.
Yay.
All right. Congratulations. I'm going to send this to you now. Oh, wait. I got to copy. That's the wrong link. 1 second.
Wow.
So while we
Yes.
This
while
is
we
a
do all
great
that,
moment.
so while
Yeah, this is a really cool moment. So I'm going to send them two right now, which is cool. The first one is, let's see, there it goes. Sent him. Yep, on number 6 there of, this is crazy. It's the first rabbit hole that has gone out into the world. This is an official Left collection, and you will see a lot more of these coming. There's like, in the NFT world, like there's like, there's rarity levels. So there's like 5 different rarity levels that we're going to be working with the rabbit holes. And the ones that we're giving out today is like they're called, where we have a different rarity system than most cards, because they'll go by like, what do they go common, uncommon, rare, ultra rare, and like, mythical or something like that. But since we're Lefthouse, we go condo, studio, McMansion, ultra McMansion, and mega or ultra mega mansion, I believe, is the big one, the big cheese. And that one, whatever the card is, like that, the big cheese one only gets 1 mint. There's only 1 printed, and that'll be the only rabbit hole card that we're going to sell. The rest of them will be given away for, joining our pages, we'll have giveaways like we are right now, joining our socials, all that stuff. But we're going to have different events and stuff and ways to win these cards. And like I was saying, the mint ones are going to be auctioned off too, and like 90% of the proceeds will go to a charity. So we're putting all that together right now. So I've sent Junk Feather one, and I got to send him one of the Tiger cards. So here we go. I'm going to make a link here. Beautiful. All right.
all right.
So yeah, congratulations. We have our first winner.
So from music, you guys then evolved to film. So how did that happen?
Well, I would say in a weird way, I guess I did start making music first, but then like I started making film more like professionally as a career, as an actor. But you can't make film or act all the time. So then all of a sudden you're just making music all the time again. And then when I moved to Los Angeles to be an actor, I quit almost like 6 months after being out here, and just started making a living as like a techno DJ for about 9 years. And so it's like music is, I always say, that is like what keeps me sane. And then movies is what kind of wakes me up in the morning. And now kind of at this point, I sort of see it all as one thing, like they're like cooking is another art form that I really like to dabble in. They're just different expressions, and they all serve each other.
Well, maybe you should do a Lefthouse cooking show.
Yeah, well, you might see something like that in the near future, actually.
Why? I mean, why not? And then just play music and do food. All right, so another Lefthouse classic that we have is My Lady Powers. So let's play that one. And
Yes.
okay, you ready for it?
Let's do it.
classic Lefthouse for you.
That was some really neat stuff. Right, let me just get him back into the room. Oh, I love that track.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, that was a good one.
I always think of PM Dawn in the last part when the piano part kicks in there. Or it's not PM Dawn. It is PM Dawn, but they sampled some 70s song like the baby you send me or whatever. Like that's the piano line. I always start singing that. Baby you send me da 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 or something like that. It's an old jam from the 90s. I don't know if anybody remembers.
90s.
I'm stuck.
Aren't
Stuck
we,
in the 90s.
aren't we all stuck somewhere?
Mm-hmm. In a rabbit hole somewhere.
So, since we've been talking about your movies, I really do want to like show some of our audience one of your trailers, just to so they see like what you do
Yeah.
at Lefthouse. So let's throw in that one trailer from Thick of It All, so that
Yeah, cool.
so those of you who are listening, go and look on MSP Waves, because there are actually some visuals. Divine, can you throw the MSP Waves link in there? Because I am going to show everybody Lefthouse
Amazing.
trailer to Thick of It All.
Wow, this is cool.
Okay, guys. You ready for it?
We're ready. Yeah, this
Yes.
is exciting.
Okay, let's go.
Amazing.
I grow sick of people who say one thing and then do another. That's not you, Uncle. I believe you will do what's best for you.
No.
Just shut up. I'm just saying get some work done.
I'm so sick of the way that you bark at me.
Do you love her?
Look, you knew that when we started dating that I was a toy collector, that this was my passion.
I'm coming for Soldier Boy at 3 o'clock.
Sober up.
Animal. It's okay, I've had it up to here with this. I'm so sick of his business.
What am I cooking?
You're making a roasted pumpkin feta over quinoa salad with white gazpacho soup.
Making a special meal for Aunt Rose and her friend.
Friend?
My name is Chameleon Daly, and I do energy healing
Oh.
for problematic crisis resolution.
In other news, the case of the missing boy.
If you want to see the kid again, LP again, then you gotta swap me for Soldier Boy.
Soldier Boy puts the action in action figure. More guts than your own father.
To pretend and live in fantasy, I mean, that's... I wish I had more time for that sort of activity.
I'm sick. I'm sick here, man.
So that was Sick of It All.
Just grab him.
For the people that saw Soldier Boy, that is actually Brian, isn't it? Like, how did they do that doll? Because it does look a lot like you.
It is his face, that's for sure.
Yeah, it is. How the hell did she pull that one off?
We had the doll made in my likeness, where there's a company that we found that made dolls, and we sent in, I had to take photos of my face, and it's like, I usually write a part for myself in my own movies, but not this time, and since I wasn't in the movie, I was like, well, what am I going to do? I got to be in the movie somehow. So I was like, oh, I'll be the Soldier Boy, the sought after collectible toy. Like, Soldier Boy is very much like an NFT, because in the movie Sick of It All, the story of Soldier Boy is Dan Levine, the guy that invented the G.I. Joe, was in the Korean War, and when he got out of the Korean, all this is true, but this part's the fake part for the movie. When he got out of the war, he attempted to make the first G.I. Joe, but he was still like a little twisted and a little racist from the war, and he had made Soldier Boy, and they made this whole like campaign that was like, just a little too over the top racist and weird. And so the whole thing got shelved. And then he found Jesus, made the G.I. Joe, and lived happily ever after. So in the movie, there's only 10 Soldier Boys in the world. And the main character, he has, number one. And his drunk buddy comes over and he tries to wrestle him for it. But, Emmett is in the movie, as he saw there in the trailer. And the young boy in the film, that's Zion, that's Emmett's child, my nephew, and he's the one that drew Lefty, the rabbit there on the rabbit hole NFT that we just awarded to Junk Feathers. So
Absolutely.
there you go. You'll see in the family Lefthouse at work.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's amazing. I love how you do that.
Yeah, well, when they don't come knocking on your door, you just gotta make it happen for yourself, and you just got to grab the people that are around you and make them do things, and then they enjoy it, and then they want to do it again, and then you do it again, and somehow you're making music and movies all of a sudden.
So
But
do you still have the doll?
oh yeah, Soldier Boy. I mean, there's actually a Soldier Boy cartoon that was like in the works. And there was like a couple of there's a bunch of like mini Soldier Boy commercials that I made for the movie, kind of like little promo spots, and they were all sorts of wrong, like just sort of like they were supposed to be like things that you should do, but they were all kind of twisted and wrong, and just pre 2018 or whatever the movements are going on these days. But you probably, these things probably wouldn't fly now. But the point is, it's like a lot of the films that we've made, and also some of the music too, they all go after like racism and classism and sexism. Like I've been making fun of this stuff and like going after like the idiots that have been on the block for a long time, that are on the chopping block, or have been put on the chopping block in the last couple of years. Like I've been going after these people for a long time. And like we have something to say. Like our movies are typically comedies, but they're intelligent fart joke comedies. They come, packed with some good fart joke humors, but they'll still make you think. That's the and that film there, Sick of It All, is about a loveless relationship, and the woman is basically like gotten herself involved in this sonic healing cult. And the guy's like left with the ultimatum of like, what do I do? Like, I don't believe in this stuff at all. So do I just follow her into it to keep the relationship, or do I walk away? At the same time, the movie is based on The Little Prince, the French children's book.
Yeah,
and it's also at the same time, it's a black and white, it's based off of like a noir film, but not a noir story. How noir films were made, like the technical aspects of that. When I was like reading about how they made those noir films, it was out of necessity. It was out of like, we don't have the money, we don't have lights, so we're gonna, do what we can with one light and create a big shadow on the wall and throw some smoke on there. And they had to use their imagination and to bend the camera sideways to get interesting angles and like. So I was really inspired by that element of noir film, of like, I want to that's what I've been doing. I've been making these low budget films and trying to make them look as sweet as possible, but always working from the place of like, you got to act from with where you're at with what you have. Like I never wanted to make a movie that was like bigger than the budget that I had. I'm always writing for the budgets that I have and writing for the people that I have. And, I'm curious and interested in making movies about people and not people shooting people or whatnot. It doesn't interest me. Like things blowing up don't always interest me too much. It's more about a person blowing up. That's awesome. I like to watch that.
And when there's no budget, he'll just hop on a train and just, shoot a little documentary style thing, or
I actually like that one. I actually like that one. I thought that one was too short, actually. I thought Life on a Train should be like a little bit longer. Like it
There's
was.
something to that too.
Yeah,
There's,
it's really
yeah.
nice. I also like his travel logs that he no longer like promotes it, because he had that one travel log that he had for a while on YouTube, and I really liked that one, and I'm really sad that he actually stopped doing that one. That being said, how did he talk you into doing movies with him?
He didn't really need to talk me into it too much, but yeah, I mean, that was a part of getting me out here. He was campaigning for me to come out here since high school, and that was kind of my first taste, and I bounced back and forth between Chicago and LA, and then LA kind of became a second home when I was traveling with the music stuff as well, just because of our music being received here kind of most well outside of home, outside of all the states. And so that worked out kind of perfectly. And he was just my first taste of like traveling outside of my city and getting away from my family that I was living with and everything. So yeah, kind of fell in love with LA right then and there. And then coming out to work with him on the movies and the rest of his creative ideas was a big part of what brought me out here. And yeah, I was coming out here with my family, so it was a big move, but it's all been worth it. And yeah, I feel like there's a lot of things to come still for us out here for sure, especially with the times and everything that's going on right now.
So one of the songs that you guys did together is "Big Fish and Big Whale." You guys ready to listen to that one?
Sure, let's drop it.
All right.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Yay. I love them.
Yes, it's very.
1 sec. I don't like fish, but I like their music.
You don't like fish?
This is like one thing I really don't like is fish.
Really? I had a fish named Henry. I
Yeah.
absolutely loved him. He was so
As a
sweet.
child, I loved them so much. My dad told me I took them out of the aquarium to pet them.
Oh.
And then they didn't survive. I made me really sad. And no, but I don't really just like when things or people don't mind my boundaries and my personal space. And this fish just nibbled on my toe. I used to like canoe, and this is like, oh my gosh! Since then, I'm like freaked out.
That's amazing.
Oh, it was not. It was disgusting. I'm just like, dude, fish, personal space and stuff.
It's incredible.
You know, some people pay a lot of money for that. They have like fish eating the dead skin.
I know, in Japan, that's the thing. Yeah, I tell you, I would not get into those things where they're like, "Oh, Denise tried." I'm like, "No, heck no, I'm traumatized."
Yeah, the funny thing about that song is like that's kind of like the beginning of Hacksaw and Duggan. That's like, yeah. Well, it's actually we had made the first album of Hacksaw and Duggan, and then we started making the second one, and we made a batch of like just a bunch of songs. And at the time, I found a bunch of like Pink Floyd MIDI parts from different songs, and I can almost hear what song is in there. But there's like some Pink Floyd MIDI pieces in there that I like twisted around in some way, shape, or form. And then also at the same time, Emmet is pointing out in the chat the nature box. I had recorded all these sounds from like, inside the kitchen, outside the, whatever, just like the door slamming, cop car going by, any sound that sounded interesting, I would record it. And then we made it into this giant sample box, playable, sounds from different environments. And yeah, that's what some of that clanging around sound is in there. That's like that clanging around sound is like the end of guitar strings on a guitar. Like they weren't cut, they were too long and stuff. So they were like, we were recording that, and that had become an instrument in that song. So it's funny that I remember this stuff because that's like probably 10 years old.
Yeah, I used to run around and record sounds, and people would think I'm a total kook because I'd be lying like on train tracks and just holding a mic out, like recording stuff. I was like, I was a weird kid too. So there's that. So, want to do another giveaway while we're at it?
Yeah, I just dropped a link. And during the last song, I dropped one in there, and it was like the first person to click it won it. And so far, they've been claimed.
Okay, so you want to do another one?
Well, like we can do an official one, yeah, with like another meme one, or we can put out a little challenge if you want. If you want to, do you have an idea for one?
Let me think. Well, we were talking about fish, so the first person to find a picture of a whale that is jumping, a jumping whale, will get a treat.
Yeah, they'll get and they'll get a piece by you, art by Tiger, the manta ray.
Manta ray.
Yes.
Double header. Double winner.
Double winner. So we want to see a whale jump. And when you said for some reason, when you said, "Oh, I'd like post a picture of a whale," it reminded me of one Thanksgiving when I'd found a picture of a bucket with a bunch of turkeys with their heads cut off, and there was just like blood everywhere. And I was like, everybody was posting photos of their Thanksgiving meal that they had. And I was like, this is what I ate. And it just disgusted and pissed off so many people, but it was brutal.
I like
it's really an ugly one.
But it's in your face, man, and it's true. But people don't want to see what's really behind all that. Yeah. So thank you for bringing it up.
So Mars,
I was a vegetarian then.
Yeah, well,
Oh, Mars.
Mars
All right.
Mars won.
Mars won.
Hey.
Yeah, that's dope. All right, Mars, I'm going to send it to you because this will get you started on getting yourself a roll wallet too. Yes, awesome. Mars is the winner. Let's get him. Let's get it to him. I'll send these over to you, buddy. Very nice. All right. So what do we got left here? We're running low on time, aren't we? We're getting to the end of our time here. This went by in a blink.
No, we have an hour still.
Oh, I thought this was. Oh, okay. I thought we'd been on for like 2 hours already.
No.
It's only been one.
No, we have an hour still.
Oh, we got a whole other hour. Great, good,
Yeah.
good.
Yeah,
I was
because
we didn't even play like half the songs. Like, yeah. Okay,
no, we
cool,
have
got
enough
it.
songs, and I mean, actually, since we have Mars in the audience, and
Yes.
let's play the Mars song, and then we'll talk a little bit about Upland, because you do like a show every day that is connected
Yes.
to the crypto game Upland. So we're going to be playing a song. This is a song that called McDuckin in UPX, which is an anthem for the Upland song that is made by Lefthouse, Mars Yuda, and Robots Do Not Have Feelings. So, you guys ready for that?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
let's go for that.
It's the Opix Podcast, baby. Glad you tuned in. Got your host, thank me later, and too stupid to win. Might be coming up session as soon as you begin. Start out king of the street, then lock in icon again. Welcome to Upland. Grab your Opix, man. On your way in the door, hit you with $4,000. Get to buying and gripping, then to selling and flipping. Over to moving and shucking. I'm Scrooge McDuckin in Opix. The name's Big Mars, aka Johnny Utah. Unique NFT 101, never seen before. Sitting atop my throne with Venus, I'm on Olympus. Catch me up a terrace, guarantee it's never flipping. Went from plotting for lots to obsessing collections. Scouting the hottest districts and doping a sections. From SF to NY, all the way back again. Just to catch a show at the Red Door with Nietzsche Ren. Then head over to Clay Theater, see Lefthouse for the flicks. Or on Upland Action News, Alexa report and commit. Once we get cars rolling on these streets and we're dripping. All cruising the Embarcadero on some bikes that are ripping. Put no limits on life, see no fear to be different. Chance to rebuild the world, with the sky it's the limit. Stopping by Saturn Street, it's real hard that I miss you. The name's Mars, Utah, call me Mr. Buena Vista. It's the Opix Podcast, baby. Glad you tuned in. Got your host, thank me later, and too stupid to win. Might be coming up session as soon as you begin. Start out king of the street, then lock in icon again. Welcome to Upland. Grab your Opix, man. On your way in the door, hit you with $4,000. Get to buying and gripping, then to selling and flipping. Over to moving and shucking. I'm Scrooge McDuckin in Opix. Break the boundaries of the world and do it with impunity. Play, earn, connect, and do that ish beautifully. Stop and smell the breakfast, cruising on Bacon Street. Get educated on the Mound University. Districts large or small with diversity, except for Alamo Square, especially on Steiner Street. The Opix economy developing our properties. Got some fun scavenger hunts with exclusive finders fees, and that just keeps reminding me of tone to tone NFTs popping like a lottery. You gotta get a look at these. It's guaranteed to get showcase bumping. Quarter in the market, yo, it's called Ronald Rumpin'. Go see my man Recurry, you're on Upland Uncovered. For players new and old, there's information discovered. Be sure to join the Discord, FTML creature. I'm Jeff Bezos with the flows, man, it's been nice to meet you. It's the Opix Podcast, baby. Glad you tuned in. Got your host, thank me later, and too stupid to win. Might be coming up session as soon as you begin. Start out king of the street, then lock in icon again. Welcome to Upland. Grab your Opix, man. On your way in the door, hit you with $4,000. Get to buying and gripping, then to selling and flipping. Over to moving and shucking. I'm Scrooge McDuckin in Opix. Red Planet Industries, spreading across the Upland globe. Play, earn, connect, and save the drama for the llamas.
Now that was fun.
That was fat. I was like following him on Twitter because I don't have none of his links. I've been trying to find stuff from him. So wait, let me get the guys back.
Yep. So for those that
big up to Mars on this one. Where's like the links? Can somebody drop some links from Mars?
Yeah, I just dropped a link to my YouTube channel, the Upland Action. It's like trying to find the because the deal is Mars wrote the song. I made the video for McDuck and Upix, and the deal is, where is it?
Mars, if you hear us, just drop some of your links in there. All your contact
drop the
links.
link. I'm
Your
failing.
Mars, drop your Twitter, like all your social media. Just throw it in there so that I mean. And if you have any like original music, more original music, get back to us because we might actually like to have you on the show because you definitely have skills there. So.
Yeah, he's a part. Like I said, he's a part of Left. We're going to be putting out more music with him as well. Here's the link to the music video that we made, and the Upix podcast is a podcast that goes on every Thursday, and it's part of the it's kind of like what I do with my show with the Upland Action News. Like I said, I do it daily at 1 p.m. PST. And I talk about everything that's going on in the Upland metaverse, and Upland is like a metaverse based on real world addresses, and all the properties are available to buy and sell and trade, and they're all NFTs, and you can build buildings on those NFT properties, and you can hang your NFT artwork on the walls of your buildings. Now, we're not at that stage yet. We are very close, though, to that. That is all coming this year. But so that is where I met Mars, is in the Upland metaverse, and we started working on stuff together, and we made this music video together, and it kind of is a little bit of a hit in the Upland metaverse, and it's actually Mars just had an artist spotlight that came out. So let me see if I can find that, because we should share the link to that as well. But yeah, he's the best dude on earth and a hell of an artist. He's got Red Planet Comics, so he does a whole NFT thing through that. Actually, we're about to release a crazy project called Metaforce, which is an NFT comic with like collectible cards. I'm actually a superhero character in the comic. I'm going to be making video versions of the comic books, and we have like really crazy mechanics that operate within the NFTs, because that's the thing about NFTs. They're non-fungible tokens. So they are tokens for one. So they're turning whatever your NFT is, you're giving it a value. And at the same time, it's like, I like to think of them as, there you go. If you're looking in the chat, there's some of the art that's coming out for Metaforce. And what I was saying about NFTs, I like to think of them as digital mini computers. So if you can program them, they can do it. So this is just the tip of the iceberg right now. Like what we're looking at, NFTs, like we just are cracking the surface here.
Yeah, it's definitely it's definitely gonna evolve. So I mean, at the moment, like I sort of see it like like old computer games, like you had Donkey Kong and Pong. So we went from Pong to we're at the Donkey Kong stage, and at some point we're gonna be like Final Fantasy IV, but we ain't there yet, but we're getting there. So we're
I like it.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
I see it that way too.
So.
You guys got me inspired to make my first NFT.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes. Today.
Divine, drop your link in there, because she made a very cute snail, and there are 8 available at the moment, 3 for sale.
Yeah, super sick.
So absolutely, show
I love
people
it.
your NFT. I love it. It's a very and she did it's not only an image, it is actually it's an animated tune, which is like a new form of art that we're doing, that we're inventing. And basically I think Divine and I are like the only ones who have done that, as far as I've seen yet. basically animated tunes are proprietary images that we connect with songs, and they play, and you have like a little animated video sort of type thing, and with music with it. So go after Divine's NFT while it's still hot.
Yeah, it's my first one.
Yeah, that's huge.
Absolutely.
That's super cool. I'm gonna have to pick me up one of these snails.
So when we talk about rap, Emmet actually gave me a link to one of his new projects. Do you want to talk about that project right quick, Emmet?
Yeah, so basically I kind of have moved away from my hip hop days for some years now, basically, and I got back into kind of the creative mode and just felt like being in LA for 12 years over now. I wanted to reach back to Chicago and just see, who I could connect with, especially with being, home and on lockdown. I just felt like, I was ready to make some new music. And so I just started sending some beats to old friends. And Walter J. Live Harder is an MC out of Chicago. He's in a couple different groups. He does solo stuff. Funny backstory is we've never made any music before at all, but we like missed each other in high school by 1 year. His dad was my history teacher. Just like kind of weird little coincidences and things that kind of connected us throughout our friendship. And yeah, I just started sending him beats, and he was inspired by them because most of the stuff that he works on is more like traditional sounding hip hop stuff. And yeah, so we made this album called, well, the group is called Overrule, and I'm on the production for the whole thing. It's 7 songs, and Walter J. Live Harder is the MC. And it's kind of our take on everything that's gone on over this last year, basically, musically and verbally, through how we've gone through and navigated these times, basically,
So the song you brought is called "The Effects You Caused." You ready for it?
Yes.
Yeah.
There's a small technical difficulty. We will replay that. I do apologize. Go again.
When you swing, it shouldn't hurt. Let the club do the work. 40 plus at the club like a jerk. You look dumb and berserk. You got some gum in that purse? Is that a gun in your skirt? Talking tough like we should run from your turf? Y'all bums is the worst. You bums got no worth. Here you come with your thirst. We gon' come for you first. We ain't done till you burst. How you the plug getting murked? All this blood on my shirt. Hands covered in dirt. Catch me outside, digging in that garden. This is not that, it's a different type of farming. Keep a rifle ready, defend the crop from you varmints. Protect what we invest, so we were pleased with the harvest. Please don't squeeze the Charmin. Keep your hands to yourself, please don't touch the garments. The hardest artists out your art department. Naturally charming, always welcome like a summer breeze through your apartment. All the lies that you told, straight rotted your soul. As your body got old, used to bend out your fold. The wind rattled your bones, tried to come in from cold. They said summer's canceled, in the house it got sold. All the lies that you told, straight rotted your soul. As your body got old, used to bend out your fold. The wind rattles your bones, tried it coming from cold. They said summer's canceled, in the house it got sold. Strange times make for strange waves. Symphony is solid soundtrack for these gray days. Once a mainstay, now permanent vacay. Trying to break away, you just hunting for a payday. Stopped in just to say hey. Now we're warring like bang bang. You're just a band-aid. Penny Lane when my band played. To your dismay, I won't do what they say. Fuck you, I won't do what you tell me. Come through, we got room if you're helping, but the food wasn't healthy. Inside we're still melting. Wish you luck, but they give no fucks for your well-being. May the odds be in your favor. Hunger Games they're selling, so please don't tell me to play the hand that you dealt me. While the whole time you've been looking to expel me, we've come to eat the rich, and you look rather wealthy. All the lies that you told straight rotted your soul. As your body got old, used to bend out your fold. The wind rattled your bones, tried it coming from cold. They said summer's canceled, in the house it got sold. All the lies that you told straight rotted your soul. As your body got old, used to bend at your fold. The wind rattled your bones, tried it coming from cold. They said summer's canceled, in the house it got sold.
Brilliant.
Yeah, some deep shit.
So
I like your production, Emmett. I always have since I've stumbled over you after I met your brother on Steam It.
Yeah,
Yeah, big
awesome. Thank you.
You're
Same,
welcome.
same for sure.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been fun to kind of reach back to work on some hip hop stuff, and yeah, it's been good. I've been working with this sampler synth as well, which is like a new way of sampling for me. When I was first making hip hop beats, I know when we were talking about kind of sampling with Jeff in his kind of early days, I was the same way. Kind of got away from that for a while along my path, and then nowadays there's just new ways to kind of sample and new tools and new devices, and so it's pretty fun navigating that stuff as well, and just inspiring now to work on all sorts of different types of music for film, more like ambient score stuff, audio NFTs like you're talking about. Yeah, it's a very good time to be creative right now.
So you've been making some animated tunes of your own.
Yeah, a little bit. I've released one so far, and it's almost like it's kind of like a sound bath inspired piece, and my lady makes these little terrariums with these rocks that we find at beaches, and some crystals and like air plants. And so I took some photos of that and then brought it into the digital space and made this little video where it's kind of like travels off on this wave that I shot a video of, and there's a lighthouse, and it's got some kind of like almost Tibetan sound bath type of feel to it.
Well, definitely drop a link to it here. We all want to see it. I mean,
all right, yeah, I will.
Rock solid.
Yeah, the audio NFTs though I think there's a lot to be explored there for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, just NFTs in general, it just seems like if you can think of something, NFTs almost give you an avenue to really pursue that thought. And if you can't necessarily, then I'm sure that there's some people that you can reach out to, or a Discord that you can get into, or there's somewhere where you can really find a lot of ways to put utility to these NFTs and do some cool stuff with them.
Yeah, it's all the future. I mean,
because yeah, it is.
I'm just happy to actually, be a flexible 52-year-old, and actually I'm still able to learn all that crap, because I love tech. So I'm learning now, so I just keep on learning, and I'm so happy that I have the capacity to still do this, and expand, and I'm actually really excited about these new forms of art.
Yeah, it is. It's like I've just right now, just the times and with everything that's going on in the crypto space, and I feel like it's like sleepless season where I'm just motivated to stay up and work on stuff, and that's how Brian is, anyways. Like I don't know how, but he's done this for years, and I have that. I have that in me right now for sure, just because of the energy that's around.
Yeah, it's mania. Some of us have it. I have it as well. It's like I'll get into these manic phases where I don't sleep and basically work through for like 3 days, and nobody come near me, let me work, go away. So yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely, yeah, I get that.
And when we're
Yeah.
talking about, just to put a little bit of a definition to some of the powers of where we're going with art and technology, there's a platform called Async that you could program a piece of art to grow a tree over the course of 100 years, or you could, have a piece that changes with the sun and the night and the day, or the weather, or you could correlate it to a stock chart. And so therefore, like, when the stock is up, there's leaves on your trees, and when the stock is down, the trees are barren or something like that. So then if you are a stock trader, you could essentially start looking at your stocks in the form of trees with leaves or not. You could set your own. It doesn't have to be candlesticks anymore or something. It could be, a little monkey sitting on a fence or something, whatever you want.
Yeah, I was just thinking of that platform. That whole concept of that is like really amazing. They also are offering like one option where the people that buy your art can actually basically in a collaborative, like, sort of like
Rearrange the layers of it.
rearrange the layers and actually just make it interactive, so that like it becomes its own alive thing, and eventually I think
Yeah.
that can actually turn into like an art, AI, which, like, it's like I'm super excited on that one. Like,
Well, yeah, and
Yeah.
like exactly, like and they have they like bring different layers to it. Like I'm working on a project, like a whole collection right now of like these drawings from Here It Comes Again, the '90s, that I from all these different books that I've had. But I'm taking the drawings and I'm like bringing them into Photoshop, making them into layers, and then like coloring them and animating them, bringing them to life, and like putting little soundscapes to them, and they're like 19 seconds long. These types of pieces.
yeah.
So yeah, but that, like, I feel like it's perfect for what Async has, because they're saying like exactly that. Like, say you work in different mediums, you start in like Photoshop, you move to an editing program, and then you have music. Well, like, yeah, like let the person who owns that piece like rearrange your layers. And like maybe they don't want music, or maybe they don't want the cat in the living room this time, so they take the cat out, or whatever. You can, like, it's crazy.
I
My
mean,
mind is blowing up.
yeah, I was actually, when I was thinking of, like, because I applied for it but I haven't heard back yet. I was also thinking of
I heard it takes a couple
yeah.
months. It can take some time.
I
Yeah.
was I
Guys,
was I
guys, I
was
just sold my first NFT. Thank you, Junk
Yeah.
Feathers.
Yay!
Yay!
Absolutely
Awesome.
awesome.
Thank you, thank
Super
you,
sick.
Brian, for really bringing me on that track, and thank you, Tigo, for helping me out today. Oh my
Love
gosh,
it.
Absolutely.
it's so awesome! It's like welcome to the future.
Very proud of you.
Thank you.
But what I was thinking when it comes to that platform is not only rearranging the art, but actually creating music that comes in layers, so that basically they can rearrange the music that would be going into that and create completely new songs with the art completely, so that
Yes.
becomes like, completely interactive. So there's a lot of creative potential when it
Yeah,
comes to that
man.
stuff. Absolutely.
Yeah, because why couldn't you take like what Async has to offer with like the weather affecting your art? Why couldn't it affect your music? Or why couldn't the stock candle affect the change in your music? Or so, whatever. Like, it's really cool.
Yeah, the sky's the
Yeah.
limit.
Yeah. Very, very nice. Well, I'm going to share another one of these Leftian spaces. And this one, actually, Emmett did the sound design for it. It has a little 11-second animation to it where The other one is just a still card. This one is the other. So whoever clicks on it will win it. It's in there now. You're probably hearing this now. Click it and win it. Oh, and then Mars Utah shared a free a McDuck in Upix, the video, and if you click it and claim it, you can win the video in NFT form. So yeah, that's the other thing. Like I'm not positive, but we think, and there's some other people in the NFT space that kind of seem to back this up, but I might be the first person to put a feature film on an NFT. So that's kind of a cool tech fact that I have on my resume.
Yeah.
So how are you gonna do it? Like with the rights? Like they obviously they're gonna have your movie, and then like are they gonna
Well,
make it?
like right now in Upland, I run a movie theater. So if you send your avatar, or what they're called in Upland, your block explorer, if you send that to the movie theater, I see that you've checked in, and then I can send you a link to the film that's playing that week. And or I've also created NFT movie tickets. So like I have some of those on the Lefthouse Wax sellers page, and if people buy the NFT movie tickets, which some of them are the trailers, then I will send them a link to the movie. I haven't started selling the features as NFTs yet, because even like when I first started making music video ones, there wasn't a lot of people doing it, so I didn't know what to price them at, because there's sort of like this unique scarcity and rarity of of music videos being on NFTs at the time. So I just ended up pricing it like a single, like around like $10, and that seemed to be the right price. But like at the same time, I was like, should I price this at like 1,000 or 100? Like I have no idea,
Well, if you put a whole movie on an NFT, I would think that you should have like a high price, because obviously they'll be able to like play it somewhere or do something, have some right to it. So
well, right. This is
yeah.
This is what I've thought about this is going forward is like, like say this movie that we're making right now, like what if we only make 10 copies of the movie? That's it. So if Netflix wants to buy it from me, they have to buy one of the NFTs, and like the way that they need it, and it would be ready for them, like in this form, they could download, do whatever they needed to do, right? But there's only 10. Now it's like all of a sudden we're like back in the 80s in like the record collecting days or whatnot. It's like there's scarcity. There's like, and some people might argue like about these NFTs, and they'll say like, well, I could just like download that image from the internet and I have it. And it's like, yeah, but you can't resell that image, like you're stuck with it's nothing. Like where if you own the actual NFT, which is like legit piece of art that has like the value to it, like you can resell it. And the cool thing is when you resell it, the original artist gets paid because their percentage is in the tech. So every sell after that, so Divine, the NFT
I got
sold, if they sell that again, you'll get paid off that, right? So it's like and forever and forever. So that's also when in art, in the history of
feel
art,
so
has that ever
honored. My
happened?
gosh, they claimed this.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Well,
this could be going out in like some other new giveaway we're gonna have in future. Like since I have some NFT and Tiger has some, and we have like in the near future
That's
we're
it.
gonna have like some we're gonna ask you guys for like some money, because we want to help out some friends. Not money, like just drop us some crypto, or like so there's gonna be some
donations. We have
donations.
Well, that's it.
We have,
and you're gonna win.
I mean,
you
the
can win,
NFTs,
like these
and we also
the
have
NFTs
merch.
that were,
So just come to
yeah,
that. We have merch. We have T-shirts
We have merch.
and with our
Let me just drop
logo
that
and
link.
all that good stuff. So we have T-shirts and all those good things as well. That being said, coming back to the what Brian said about anyone can actually make a copy of it. It really is like, you know, the signed prints that you had in the old days. Yeah, you can make a copy of the poster, but there's only like, you know, so many signed prints from the author. So that's the difference in value as well, because this is an official copy. This is, you know, the digital signed print of the art piece that, you know, so the other ones are knockoffs. It's like, you know, the fake Gucci.
And the other thing that's going on too with these NFTs, these rabbit holes that we're dropping, they if you click on the back card, there's a QR code that will take you to our roll page, and that's where our token is issued from. So like there's tokens on the back of that, and you know, from here on out, like I'll give you guys NFTs that will have back tokens for you guys to give away on every show that you guys do. And if you guys
Awesome.
ever are doing like a fundraiser or something like that, like I've got your guys' back. I'll throw tokens
Oh
at you,
gosh,
and you know,
awesome.
whatever we can
Yes,
do
we've
to
got a
help
few coming up.
always.
So yeah, that'd be
Yeah,
amazing.
cool.
Thank you so much.
That's awesome.
So
And this week, and nobody knows this yet, Mars, if you're listening, pay attention, because this week on the Upland Action News, like on Tuesday, we're doing a movie tour through San Francisco in Upland, and then Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday is NFT Madness. I'm going to be doing NFT giveaways all 3 days. We have some special artists coming on. Mars is going to be giving away some NFTs. Lefthouse is going to be
Awesome.
giving. We're going to have a hodgepodge. So, and I'm sure we'll be giving away some Tiger ones. If Divine makes some, we'll throw those into the giveaways. We're just going to go nuts this week.
Definitely. I'm gonna go crazy now. So much fun. Oh my
Yeah, I
god.
know,
I'm so
right?
excited. It's like in the
Gotta go
beginning
to crazy
times of
town.
of like, you know, like what Hive used to be. So yeah, it's
definitely
awesome.
more
Are you guys in
potential.
the showroom as well? And please share your usernames and your accounts so everybody knows to follow you. Yeah, I have not posted anything on Wax yet.
So while everybody's doing that, I'm going to play one more Lefthouse song called Angel. And when we come back after that, we need to talk about like the, you know, what Left is, the new token and all that good stuff. So,
Okay.
Are we ready?
Ooh, yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. I really had it together when I was a kid.
Oh, angel.
watching now. You got that power. Oh, kick it.
So, my lovelies, Brian, Emmett, what were you smoking when you did that one?
Really.
Angel, will you marry me?
Oh my god. You guys are
That's
so
another
funny.
classic from the vaults. I remember that day so clearly. Emmett was sitting down in front of the computer and I was standing up with the mic behind him. And I don't know. I think, yeah, that was just like, that's one take kind of magic right there. Just accidental genius at work. The energy was just flowing through me like a preacher. It was amazing day.
Oh my goodness.
What do you remember about
Angel.
that day, Em?
Hey, you guys.
I don't remember the recording process of it. I just remember the beauty of afterwards. We were so happy that we
You don't
had
remember
made
the mic
Angel.
stand? You don't
Yeah,
remember the mic?
hooked up to the chair.
Well, it was a broomstick duct
Okay.
taped to the back of the chair that you were sitting on working on, I believe. Oh no, like it might have been handheld because in the video I think I'm dancing around like a maniac.
Yeah, I forgot there was a video. Rika's got the phone, and I was like, "What are those visuals?" Like, oh my god! Oh man!
Yeah, we were showing the visuals. We were showing the whole video where you have the hoodie on, and you're like, oh, so like Emmett's like, looking, saying Angel, and then Brian's going Angel.
Oh yeah.
Oh, so good.
Yeah, that song still gives me power.
So
yeah, I think I could beat somebody up to that song real good.
Oh
my goodness. All right,
Yes,
so
indeed.
now we are in the future, and you just created the new left token, and you have a lot of plans. Why don't you start telling us about all that?
Okay, well, we'll start slow, like we've been talking about films and music and NFTs and art and all that stuff. And so like this is how it all comes together, It's like behind this token, we want to the whole idea of like creating a token behind Lefthouse is like we want to grow a community around the token to help you guys make your art, whether it be music, film, or art. And we're trying to invent and create interesting ways to help other artists. And I think we have a couple of interesting ideas that are coming. In the beginning, we're just going to start by, giving out these free NFT rabbit holes that are going to be backed by the left token. So you can flip them over and hit the QR code and it'll take you to our page on Roll, and it'll ask you to sign up there. Get yourself a little wallet, but you don't have to. I think you can use a MetaMask wallet and get Roll tokens straight that way too. I definitely know you can. And so, we're going to curate artists and sell stuff for left online. And so the idea is get tokens out
Brian,
and put out
Brian, you're roboting. Could you repeat the last sentence that you just said?
Sure. Yes. I wonder which sentence that was, but let's see, where was I?
QR codes. You were at QR codes.
QR codes. Okay, so yeah, on the back of the cards, there's QR codes that will lead you to left tokens, and it'll take you to our Roll page, and Roll is the company that issued Left, and Left is a social money token. So we need the idea is to build a community around it. And like I was saying, we have different ideas and things that we want to do. But in the beginning, we're going to curate artists and try to sell things like the best art that we can curate out of the Left only store. So, you'll need left tokens to buy the art and the movies and the music that come out of there. And we'll have 2 stores, one on the open sea and one on wax. And over time, we're going to have a fund that we're going to start putting some of these tokens in, and the community of left holders will vote on, a project that will get a large ass bag of left that should really help push their project or make it go or fund it, hopefully. So I think that's like the simplest way to kind of talk about it now. Like there's going to be contests and giveaways, all sorts of things like that. But we want to try to do things like, say, like we'll put out like the offer to like 20 people. Like, say you get a job, you get hired to do something creative, like a freelance job, and you convince your boss to pay you in left tokens, or you just take your pay stub and you exchange it for left tokens. We'll give you 10% on top of your check, like to try to give you an extra bonus, to like, give you more money to make it go. Things like that. We're trying to create different little things and use cases and ways. Like we're down the line, we'll have like a holders club. So if you hold like a certain amount of tokens at the end of the month, you'll get more tokens. Like we're gonna do things like that will hopefully keep you guys interested and get you involved and get your art involved, and that's the goal. That's like the sort of the basic
Does
pitch.
that
I
mean
could
that
get into all sorts of layers, but like let's keep it simple for
does that mean
today.
that the holders are going to be sitting in a dark room with cigars, like basically like we are now
Oh
the
no, I mean like the holders are gonna be like you, like
I
us.
know,
It's
I
like
know
the
that.
other
Love,
artists.
love.
Yeah, I
I
hope.
was kidding. I was just seeing us like with cigars in the dark room with, with like mafia hats, like we are now holders. We're the
Yes,
cabal, we're the left cabal.
I'll smoke a cigar with you guys any day in the dark.
Ah, oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we've
So
kind of
yeah,
found
so
some of these. We kind of have found some of these communities ourselves, and just started to navigate and explore them. And Roll is basically giving the opportunity for creators to create their own ERC20 token. So you have to apply to Roll, and you go through a little process. And with Lefthouse, it's like, Lefthouse is basically a production company of many forms of film, music, and all of the above. So tying all of that stuff into the coin, and also looking to the future with the NFTs and building a space where, some of these channels that we've gotten into have huge communities now, and you can see it, and they're just thriving, where the discords are nonstop, and there's always events and things going on, and so we're just trying to build our own art and bring other creatives on that are interested in pursuing the space as well.
yeah, and I gotta give a lot of credit to Upland in that whole metaverse and that whole space, because like it's really brought like people, like a lot of creative people together. It sort of reminds me of like finding you guys back in the Steam It days, and like that first, like, okay,
Yeah.
here's a cool community of people that are like, making cool things. And Upland is different because it's not just like creatives like you. It's crazy because you have like gamers in there, but then you have like crypto people, and it's like that's a funny conversation, those two. But then there's tons of artists, and like we're gonna have like different, like we'll have like a Lefthouse record store eventually in the Upland world, like. So, and the whole purpose of Upland is supposed to be like the hub in the future for all NFTs, whether it be on Wax or Ethereum or all the other blockchains. Like you're going to be able to bring different forms into that world. And I believe all of these land-based worlds, like any virtual land, buy it, because there's a lot of people that are spending lots of money on virtual land. It's like an world that we live in now, where we don't go outside anymore. It's like everybody's on the computer all day long.
Yeah, I
So it's like I think it's just going to keep going more and more towards that.
Yeah, I just made a killing yesterday on Upland. Like, somebody offered me like 7,000 something UPX for a property I paid like 1,000 for. So
Now you're playing the game. That's awesome. That's super cool.
so there we go.
Yeah.
You know, and I bought 2 more properties, of course, from it. So there you go.
Yeah.
Crazy. Well, we're gonna have like a recap post, and we're gonna have all those good links and everything you hear and see today on the mspwaves.com in like a post coming out tomorrow or today, right? To go.
Depending,
today.
because I have to like do the whole audio stuff and whatever. But latest tomorrow evening. So between now and tomorrow evening, we're gonna be doing that. So I'm gonna play one more song and then we'll get back to all this good stuff. We have 3 that we can choose from. We have either Dirty Digital, oh my god, The Road, The Live and Dance, Backyard, and Witches. What do you guys feel like?
Emmet, what do you feel like?
Let's hear The Road.
Okay.
Okay.
Live version of The Road.
All
In
right.
Dan's backyard.
Oh my goodness. So, let's do that. 3 hours later. I do apologize. I am slow today. All right, let's go.
to choose. This road will take you very far. That road will show you who you are. But that road is full of despair. Just trust me, I've been there. I've been there. Yes, I've been there. I've been there. Yes, I've been there. I've been there. Yes, I've been there. And I'll be there all my life. 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 Oh, life. It's life. My life. Your life.
And bam. So
Wow.
that was shot in, I think, is it Dan Finkel, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Dan Finkel.
he and I are Instagram friends. Actually, he added me
Oh.
like about a year or two ago, like when we all
Yeah,
met. So yeah. So that's his backyard then.
Yep, that's his backyard. I was like living with him there for a little while, and that was my office. It's a beautiful backyard. And Dan's a beautiful man.
You have nice people around you. You tend to attract really nice. So
Yeah, I'm lucky that way. Definitely have good people around. Like you guys. I mean, Jesus.
I'm not good. I'm not sure if I'm a good person, but I'm at least interesting. So there's that.
Yeah, you're a good person. You're a great person.
Definitely are.
So
Hell yeah.
what's next for the left token? So basically we said you're gonna be doing you're gonna be doing things with artists and all that good stuff.
Yeah. Well, so what's next is, well, I believe what's next really is the Metaforce, the launch of the Metaforce comic NFT series. And like I was saying, Mars Utah is having his artist spotlight right now in Upland, and they're going to do an artist spotlight on me coming up next, probably in the early part of March.
Birthday
And we're also
month.
doing another, yeah, we're birthday month as well. Yes, and we have another interview on a crypto show coming up in a couple of weeks, and so we're hoping to have like a little bit more of our stuff together, and yeah, we're just going to kind of keep rolling it out here and promoting and getting the word out about Left and Metaforce and all the other projects that we're working on right now. And we got to finish this movie. That's huge. Getting this movie done and lining it up so we can share it with the world is a priority.
So will the unnamed movie that shall not be named, the secret super movie, is that going to be released as NFT, or is that going to be the traditional route at this point?
Well, right now the plan is to go the NFT route. But I'm getting like chatter in my ear about maybe a traditional sell. So we'll see what happens. So, but yeah, I have plans to go the NFT route right now. But if they throw too much money at me that I can't say no, then we'll see what happens.
Well, if they throw that much money at you, you can still do, the card release as NFTs like you've been
Yeah,
doing. So.
yeah, I'm probably gonna, figure out some way so I can do some sort of NFT something with it. I have to.
Secret premiere, and then basically just one, pre-release premiere for an illustrious few that get, the NFT
Yeah.
tickets, something like that.
Yeah, I could give some away, some copies of the movie away as in some special event, give away something or other. We gave away copies of Everything Will Happen Before You Die at our New Year's Eve special
Oh, really?
that we did. Yeah, so I made 5 copies of that film that Dan Finkel actually directed. Me and Dan wrote it together, and we gave them away as prizes. Yeah, so 5 lucky SOBs out there have interesting, and it's a cool copy too, because it's like not the one that was like put out by like the production or by the distribution company. It was one that like had scenes that we cut out, and so you can do like cool rare things. Yeah, there's special versions of that movie floating around in NFT
I
form.
actually,
It's cool.
I actually like that movie a lot, so I'm gonna have to see how I can grab myself one. So, because
Awesome.
that's
we're like fans of each other. We're like, I gotta get one. I gotta get one.
It's actually
Yeah, that's how it starts too. It's like it's us. It's like we have to support each other, and that's how it grows and goes. That's why we're still here doing this now. I mean, 'cause we've supported each other this far. It's cool.
So, do we want to do like one last giveaway?
Yeah, let's do one.
Okay, so this time come up with something. What shall the audience do?
Okay, let's, since we're Lefthouse, why don't we, the first person to post a picture of a house, like, make it fun house, like an interesting house, and then you'll be the winner. How about that?
Pee-wee's Playhouse.
Yeah, you could do that, but don't give them ideas.
Oh, sorry.
So yeah, and this will be the big banger. We'll give away. All right, we're gonna do it. We're gonna give away mint number 1 here of the studio rarity level. So yeah, so this is like, this could be worth something someday here. This one. So mint number 1 of that, and then we'll also give away mint number 2 of manta ray. So you get two victories here.
So, audience, it's your turn. Post a house. Find an interesting house for us to see.
Funny looking house, and you'll be the winner. Or not. If you don't want to win it, that's fine. Somebody else will win it in another show.
Junk Feathers won.
All right, then he's the winner then.
Yep. He has a house and a man dressed as a house. That's interesting.
Stacking. Junk Feathers. Stacking.
That's the way to do it.
Yeah.
Do you already have a manta ray is the question. Yes, he does. So I'll give him one of the other pieces that you did here.
Good man.
Okay. Let's see. Which other ones do I have? I'll give him the Upland Action News one. That's a good one. Create the link. All right. Winner, chicken dinner.
Since we have a manta...
Awesome. Congratulations.
Congratulations. So since we have one manta ray left, let's also... the first of you who does a picture, a screenshot of something, a piece of fruit in your house, can also be canned fruit, will get an extra manta ray. How about that?
Sounds good.
So take a snapshot of a piece of fruit in your house or a can of fruit to get one more manta ray.
There we go.
There we go.
All right, the link is created. Do we have it yet? Let's see.
We don't have fruit yet, so.
Not yet. Okay, I got to get back to that page. Well, this has been a lot of fun. Thank you guys for, playing all of our songs and chatting about all of our projects and
Absolutely.
just yammer away.
You just got me to sign up to Upland. I just bought some property.
I love it. That's awesome. Super cool. Welcome to the metaverse.
Yeah. Oh gosh, it's fun.
So we have 3.5 minutes left. So we're gonna say our goodbyes.
All right.
Have a great weekend. Thank you.
I'm reminding everyone, so basically that there will be, the recordings will be up either this evening or tomorrow morning. We have we're gonna do two we have two things coming up where we're trying to actually help two fellow artists. One is Ed Privat, who's trying to get his dogs, who are his family, over from South Africa over to France. So we're trying to raise funds so that they can actually fly them in. Then the second one is we are trying to help a friend in Venezuela, El Brujo, who is at the moment, first of all, he cannot make music anymore because his computer, left this earth. So we're trying to actually raise funds to get him like a little, computer, a laptop, and get it to him safely, which we're trying to find out how we can do that so that it won't get lost, in transition and all that stuff.
Would be awesome.
So any help in that side, anyone who's traveling to Venezuela or anyone that knows any secure routes to get something like that to him, please let us know. And all that good stuff. And thank you, Lefthouse, both Emmet and Brian, for being here. And please come again.
Thank you.
Yeah,
We'll be
thank
back.
you guys. This is awesome.
And then we're going to end the show, basically, and it's probably not going to be the full song at this point because it's actually, we're getting quite late into it, but we're going to be playing Witches Going Out, which is another classic, classic Left Out song. So that's what we're going to be transitioning out with. See you all soon, and thank you, and bye.
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 See you.
No matter who you are or where you are, you can achieve your career.